I'm being heard okay because I decided to open the window because it's such a nice day. But hello, welcome to Leap Taken. I'm Mika. Here at Leap Taken, I talk about all things witchy, craft related, law of attraction, manifesting, esoteric, and everything else in between. And I got a lot of stuff laid out in front of me. This is a Dollar Tree haul, um, witchy in mind. So I'll get into that in just a second. I have quite a few different things that I'm going to talk about, sort of my rationale behind it. One of the reasons I want to talk about this and show some of the stuff that I got is that a lot of things that we get, right? It's all about intention. Even this, by the way, this was a Walmart special. This is from the what is that woman's name? What is it on here? Let me see. I forgot what her name is. Some people might recognize this. She has a thing with Walmart. I just cannot remember her name right now. Anyway, she had a Food Network show. Has a Food Network show. Damn, it's right on the tip of my tongue too. But anyway, yeah. When I fill this up with water, to me this is like a magical potion. It gives me energy. It sustains my life. Yes, water does that, right? But for me, I make it take on more metaphysical properties. I speak more energy into the water, and as I drink it, I become that. The intentions that I put in. Let me change that. There we go. All right, so I want to get into this live. So first off, I'm like, there's a lot. Okay, let me get into the stuff that I'm going to put outside. So, hello, Joey, PK, hi. I know that I want to do this big thing. I want to manifest, right? I've kind of come to the realization of it recently. This thing that I want to do. Sometimes, even myself, I kind of get in this space where I feel like, you know what? I've manifested, like the very place I live in right now. I saw this in my mind's eye. I scripted about it. I did spells for it. I would go to model homes and see parts of it in places where I kept thinking, see yourself here. And even if it meant that physical space, I just did. But it was the idea of a brand new home. I have lived in brand new homes, new construction before. So I wanted to live in new construction again. So it's been some years, so quite some years. So that was a tall order. I realized new construction. I remember writing a lot about the kitchen, white cabinets. The countertops, I described them, the appliances, the layout, and that's what I have today. I just want to say that. And I had this idea of like a cottage home, and that's what I live in today. So imagine me getting what I wanted, right? And then kind of feeling like I almost don't have a right. I know that sounds harsh, but I almost like, how dare I ask for more in that same department? I was just given, I drew this to me. I should be enjoying this. I shouldn't try to go for more, but I want more. I want more. I want more. I love my home, so I stay in a place of gratitude. And listen, only the universe and the fates decide on how long it might take for this manifestation to come to me, but I am working on something a little more. I'll just say that. However, since I am someone who I did this before, several times before, I'm going to do it again. Part of that is kind of getting in the mindset and then where you are now. So the Dollar Tree, I'm bringing this home. So one of the things that I want is I want a pool. I want access to my own private pool, not like a community pool. So I saw some of these signs. If you know right now, Dollar Tree is really doing this nautical, beachy, poolside theme right now for their little home decor area. So I'm gonna take these signs, these little cheapy signs. I have some spray. My sister told me about it. She was like, you gotta get that spray and then you can put stuff outside. Last year, I got like from Michael's, it looks like a picket fence and it was unpainted. and I painted it, and it has flowers, and I painted it like a white picket fence, and I painted all the flowers pretty colors, and I sprayed the stuff that she told me. I forgot what it's called. It's some sort of like sealant, and I sprayed that all over it. And even though this is Arizona, that sun beats heavy where it is still pretty much as vibrant as it was before. I kind of felt like that, but why not flex your skills and get everything you desire, especially for living your best life? Exactly. And things change. It's like I love this, and I'd like to expand on it, if that makes sense. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put that sealant on here. I'm gonna hang these outside. I got this. Let me turn it over. So I got these two signs, and then because I want this is if I had a pool, I would have like stuff like this. I like colorful signage, all that sort of stuff. You know, island time. I got one more because I would have a bar, a tiki bar set up outside in my pool side. So I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna get this summer a cute little blow up pool, something kind of small because I don't have it. It's not like I don't have a yard. I have like we don't do grass here. It's like a patio, a large extended patio, if that makes any sense. But I'm on one level, so yeah, it's like a patio situation. But you know, it's a good amount of space. I already have a canopy set up. I have two like lounge beach poolside chairs out there in the aqua blue color. Love that. A table. I have my little small bistro table and just two chairs, and there's an umbrella. So I was already thinking I'll just get rid of that because I'm not sitting outside. If I'm outside, I'm lounging. So I can get that and then do some changes in my shelving, and then boom, I have enough space to put out a pool, a blow up pool. What you do is you get one of those it's like vinyl, made out of vinyl. I know the At Home store has them. Sometimes Home Depot has it, or Lowe's. It's like plastic vinyl. You put that down, and then put the pool on top of that. This is like cobblestone back there. But anyway, that's what I plan on doing. And I'm gonna have like these signs out there on the really tan colored wall, and it's blinds to give it some ambiance. So I'll do that. So that's part of that project. Another thing with the water element, which I kind of miss right now, having access to water, I think that's the pool, the idea of the pool for me is water. I like being near a body of water. I would like to be near a body of water more often. So Dollar Tree, you know that facts. First of all, my Dollar Tree has had a huge undertaking. It was clean in the store. I was like, oh, they didn't turn this not like a ghetto one no more. Not that it was ghetto, but it kind of was giving ghetto vibes. And even the fancy one where all the Mormons are, that one always looked ghetto too. But anyway, so they changed it around. They did a bit of a remodel. It looks clean. Everything's well organized. Have you been at a Dollar Tree lately? Maybe yours hasn't done this yet, but they're about to. So now they got this section where it's like $3 and $5 items, and this is one of them. So I probably could have got the same thing at Five Below. It feels like the things at Dollar Tree looks like Five Below now. But anyway, this is a Raining Lotus LED tabletop fountain. Because I want a water element around me. You know, I'm in a desert, so I don't have that. So this is what I'm attempting to do with these items. And this is like part of manifesting. You bring it to you. You know, it's small scale, so what? You know what? And then eventually it will be it. I used to have a limited, this is really early on in my craft. I used to have very limited thinking. I had to do a lot of shadow work about limited thinking. Where I thought if you get used to, okay, prime example, I grew up in the projects, okay? Being in the projects, I have literally heard people say things like, in your own words, what is a soul? Yeah, they can carry the same stuff. Wait, what is a soul? I'm not sure. I missed where he was going with that. I'm sorry. But anyway, a lot of times people I remember people, as I got older, hearing people say things like, well, why would I, make my house, like, why would I hang up all these like pictures and curtains and like decorate your house, because it's you know, I'm in the projects, I don't want to be here for long. Like if I do that, it's like signifying that I'm going to stay here. And I'm very grateful for the type of mother that I had, because that was not her way of thinking. My mom, let me tell you, I was her apprentice. She had me laying carpet, linoleum, vinyl flooring, painting, we painted walls, we wallpapered, painted steps. I was a little kid, I've been doing this my whole life. My mom used to come home from work and I would change the room around because I was like, I feel like it looks better like this. I've been this way all my life. If one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do some decor, I'm gonna do some decorations, I'm gonna change things up. Sometimes I like it simple, sometimes I like it crazy, chaotic, I want all the stuff maximalist. But anyway, I never subscribed to that thought of, if you stay in your present place, if you try to bring things in, you know, that symbolize what you overall would like, which is more grander than where you are now, better than where you are now, that somehow you're saying, no, I'm fine with just this. So this little fountain, and they come with the rocks, by the way, and it's battery operated, which now I have to remember if I have some batteries. I think I do. I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, it just takes AA batteries, just 2, so it's not that serious. But anyway, having something like this represents that water element, that thing that I'm missing. Right now, I'm not gonna be going like I would normally. I would want to take a trip, to be quite frankly, to some water. And right now, that's just not gonna happen. So guess what? For $5, I'm gonna have that water, the sound of trickling water coming to me. That represents that, and I'm keeping aligned to that energy. So think about that sort of stuff when you're buying things. Right, so I'm moving on to the next thing, but still in the same train of thought. You could use it as a wishing well too. Oh my gosh, I love that idea. Yes, 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 yes. A wishing well. You know what? I can eat it. These stones that they come with, maybe I can, you know, before I lay each one, I'll put my wishes, so it'll be kind of like a pre-wish thing. I can do that. I like that idea. Thank you. So another thing, the Dollar Tree. Now y'all probably seen these near the register before. One pink is, I love this color. I like the little glittery. But it's a pin. It's just a pin. But so what's special? Why is this witchy? Besides, you know, the gems that they're putting on here, it's giving wand. It's giving whatever I write. I mean, I have my scripting notebook. This is where I'm going with this. For the thing that I'm trying to attract into my life, I want a script. So I was like, you know what? Let me go get a new pen that represents that type of energy, the color pink, the glittery, the girliness of it all. That's what I want. I'm looking for a Barbie house, or turning it into my Barbie house. This is it right here. This is my magic wand. This is the wand that takes my energy from here, here, and comes all the way out onto a piece of paper and then goes out into the universe. That's what this represents. Scripting is real. Scripting is very effective. If you're not someone who enjoys the concept of writing, it doesn't have to be this long thing. You don't have to write a whole page or something. You might write a couple sentences. It doesn't mean it's not profound. I got a couple of those wand pens. Mine have plastic diamond. There you go. Hi, vegan. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. I want, like, you have to, a lot of witchcraft is using your imagination. Like, right? And being able to kind of look at something mundane and add your intention to it. That's kind of where I'm at. That's what this whole haul was about. Nothing is wasted. Okay, so that's one thing. Speaking with the kind of the water element and that vibe, for me, aromatherapy really works for me. It helps with my emotional health as well. Certain scents, and I'm coming to that. There's something else I got. It can spark a memory, good or bad, and it can take me out of the present, quite frankly, or bring me back in. But aromatherapy is very powerful. At least it is for me. I respond to that very well. So I got a diffuser from the Dollar Tree. This is the $1.25. They have a $5 one. But I was like, I'm gonna mess with the cheap one. We'll see where this goes. So this is the, there's a piece in here. I guess I gotta do something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. It's battery powered, portable. I'm gonna give it a try. This is something, because I in my office is small. I'm gonna try it in there. I'm pretty sure I have a diffuser somewhere. It's like, I stopped using it because I wanted to replace it. I don't think you should keep diffusers that long. Like, after a while, replace it. They're not that expensive. You can clean them, but to me, I'm very sensitive to allergies. I'm careful with that. So we'll, for a little cheapy $1.25, we'll give it a try. But the point is getting into that water element, because it's diffusing, with water and essential oil, staying aligned with that energy, certain scents that evoke what I think represent this future life that I'm trying to manifest. Sandalwood is one of those for me. Sometimes it might be more of a crisp, minty scent, the freshness of it. Maybe something a little bit more on the musky side. Some deep notes like of amber or something like that. So whatever, because, there's nuance to things. There's some complexity to scents and things like that. And when you think about energy around that. So, keeping with the backyard, because I kind of skipped over, they have these lights, the solar stake lights. They have quite the selection, but of course I like the lantern style because, I'm cottagey, it kind of fits. So I grabbed 4. I don't know, maybe go back and get more depending on how it looks, but that way I can have these out back because I get a lot of sun. So I'm going to set these up. So, one, it looks pretty, but this sort of illumination, I'm turning this a miniature version of what I really, the bigger scale that I want. And this is part of it. So kind of illuminating, lighting the path, so to speak, to what I want. So that's why I wanted to get those. Now, I wanted to go back to the aromatherapy thing. Now, this soap, when I was coming up, when I was younger, my mom used to buy this. I've not seen Yardley London soap in forever. They work really great, thank you. And I figure they're $1.25. I can always replace them, right? If it doesn't work that well, but I was hoping it did, so thank you. Citrus will be good. Yes, that would be good. That's another one. Yeah, definitely, because like the refreshing energy, especially right now going into summer. And that's what I would be thinking about, like sitting outside and, the pool and all that sort of stuff. Yes, yes, yes. But Yardley London, this bar soap, English ladder, you smell it through here. And there's another kind, is the oatmeal and almond. It was either two my mom used to get for us. Like, it brought, when I walked through that aisle, and I was in Dollar Tree for a while too, because they revamped it and everything's so clean and organized so you can enjoy shopping. It felt like I was in Five Below, low key, except more. But the thing I like about this soap is it's a memory for me. It took me right back to when I was younger, and like in the summer, and back when I still took baths, like at my mom's. I have every scent of Yardley bar soap. I use them intentionally for bath magic. Exactly. Okay, let's talk about aromatherapy and using it in magic. When something that has a scent like that has a hold on you, like my heart swelled immediately. It took me back to summer nights and my mom saying, go take your bath. And we having the bar soap and I'm running a bath and I'm using this soap. It took me back, that and the oatmeal almond. She would go back for it. She would stockpile this stuff. But let me tell you, positive memories. So when doing a bath ritual, which is where I was going with this, that's it. I have nothing but positive, happy thoughts. For what I'm manifesting, this is perfect. This is perfect for that. I can do, and because I'm a little bit more bougie and fancy, they have this also at the Dollar Tree. It's the bath soap pouch. So you put your bar soap in there. We've elevated the game, y'all. So we're not just taking a bar soap like that. So that's what's in there. Let me see. Yeah, so you put the bar of soap like this in here, and you know, there you go. Soap pouches can be so expensive. I'll look for those next. Exactly. I was like, not the Dollar Tree having this. But I don't know what is happening right now at the Dollar Tree. I don't know what. I like it though. Maybe that little extra 25 cents meant they could buy better stuff, better quality items. I don't know. But it feels right and I want a part of it. Oh, I lost the little tag thing. Oh, well, we'll figure it out later when I scrape myself up, my skin up in the shower. But anyway, this combo, and they had blue, but I wanted purple because that's me. Also, it goes with the soap. But you know, you can buy some of these elsewhere too. They are more expensive. TJ Maxx, I think it was like about $5 or so there. I get it. You gotta have purple. There you go. Because they had them. Over where, you know, they have all the other bath stuff and things like that. Towels and all that. Not towels, but like the scrubby sponges things, the mesh scrubbies. That's where I found these. But when I go to use this, please know, like, I will be evoking those happy memories of summer and of play. We're coming up on a summer solstice. Like, this is perfect for what the type of energy I want to bring, one, into my life, and that I'm overall manifesting. But to me, I'm claiming it now. Be careful when you're doing that type of manifesting work on, yeah, I'm setting it up for the future. I can't wait to live in the future. I can't wait until this happens. I'm going to be, no, feel the feels now. This is the kind of stuff that takes me there. So there's that. So then, well, keeping kind of almost on the same line, I thought I grabbed 3 because I like to buy some of my decor items at 3. I may go back and get the other one, but aren't these just really nice looking candle holders? But look, it's kind of giving you that beachy, summery vibe with the blue, which is kind of the water, and the little leaf thing on there with the gold. It's giving that vibe. I think these kind of almost give off a more expensive look than what they are. So I can put votive candles or tea lights, which I have, in here. And yeah, my intention, these will be indoors, but it's bringing in that energy, you know, for me, it kind of reminds me kind of like living in Florida. I'm low-key, like, born in New Jersey, but I spent a lot of time in Florida. And I feel like I'm low-key still kind of Floridian a little bit, but I had a very beachy themed home, very nautical-esque style. And I got rid of all that when I moved to Arizona. And with the help of the Dollar Tree, like, I felt this pull to bring some of that energy in. Not as much as I used to, but this is a start. But hear me out. One of the things that I loved about Florida is access to water, whether it was pools or the beach, you know. And that's just my little ways of bringing that energy to me. Another thing I picked up, look at this. This is an incense holder. So I think this is so cute. I love this, actually. So, you know, you just stick the incense here, and then ash, you know, falling ash just goes there. But I love the simplicity of this. I love this so much, and this will be something that I keep out into like the main living area. I have your regular incense holder, you know, the flat kind, but I mean, it's cute, but I want this. I want to use this out here. I like having that near my plants and, you know, for cleansing and things like that. So this is it. Like your channel. Oh, okay. The other thing I got are these mini glass containers. So this is not new. This has been at the Dollar Tree for a minute. I usually see the kind with the cork stopper. I don't always see this kind with the screw top. So this is perfect for some magic, some spells, some jar spells. Jar spells don't have to be gigantic jars, y'all. It could be little tiny jars. It doesn't take away the impact. Your intention, what you're putting into it, the amount of effort you're putting behind everything, that's what really matters. That can be the difference to a big impact. But I do spells and spells and spells, and this is perfect for summer would like to do. Especially, let's say you want to bury something. This is the perfect size for a jar spell, and your intention is to bury it someplace. Or let's say you want to put it someplace that's not on your property. Well, it's very difficult to do that with a large jar. In today's world, walk around this jar and just stop and somewhere people most likely see you, even if you don't if someone's physically not there, there's cameras. It gets tricky. Being a witch in modern times practicing magic. But something this small, well, that's a little different. Might be a little bit more easier to handle. I can usually find the larger jars like that, perfect for jar spells. Yeah, this is like, you can really, do some things. And I like this. And there's glass, it's glass. I try to avoid using plastic when I'm doing work. Listen, depending on what it is, I like to get as natural as I can with some things. I mean, sometimes I embellish, like I've used glitter in a jar, I've done all those things before, food coloring, all that, but for the most part, I don't like using plastic. I prefer glass. So with that in mind, so I saw that somebody already had it sitting up like this, reflective magic. So this is I like the gold rim, and put that on, reflective work. You see? So I like this a lot. So when I saw this, I was like, perfect. So you put your candle in here, votive or tea light candle. Good things come from tea light candles too. That's another misconception. You have to use, which I'll get to because I did actually buy some big candles, but you can use tea light candles as well. You can dress a tea light candle. You can embellish it, add more to it. Yes, you can. So it doesn't mean it's less effective. I like using small, well, first of all, if I use chime candles for a lot, it doesn't matter how big it is. But with tea light candles, if I want it quick, like if I want something a little quicker, I do tend to use the tea light though. But I love, so let's say I'm working on something for the day, at the top of the day or the night before. I want a certain energy. I'm invoking something, or I'm trying to attract something, I want the world to see a certain thing. So, reflective magic. I want to reflect something out into the world. A tea light candle, perfect. So it's the night before. Let's say I'm doing something the next day. I'm making a YouTube video. I'm recording videos. I'm going on an interview. I'm going on a first date. Whatever the situation is, think this is perfect for that. And you would want something small. A small candle to burn rather quickly, and then it's done, and then the spell's begun. So this will work quite nicely for what I'm going to be doing. Now, I had to get these, speaking of candle holders. So these are, they look a little more real and fancy than what they really are, but you can hear it. It's a little cheapy, it's $1.25, but I needed more of these. I had some around I don't know where they are. I had them from IKEA. I don't know. Maybe I got rid of them. I got rid of so many things when I moved to Arizona. I see them in my mind, but I don't know where they are. And I have been through everything. I don't have all this extra stuff sitting somewhere in storage. I don't know. I make my own herbal tea lights, put them on a cookie sheet, melt the wax and herbs, and let them harden. Exactly. I love that. So I've been doing that where, you basically soften just the top, you put the herbs in, and I like getting the little tiny crystals in those little jars, kind of like the ones I showed, the little chips, and you put that in there too. Yes. The perfect, exactly. So you put that in there, little droppers of oil, a couple drops of oil. You have an anointed candle, dressed completely, a little tiny tea light candle. But I do also like taper candles. I like the ambiance of taper candles, quite frankly. So I wanted to get some. I may go back and get some more because I would like to have these all around my home. I like the drama. And I think that's a good thing. So recently I was talking to somebody about this, actually today, and I was talking about how some people just don't seem to want, when I mean drama, I mean it in the way I'm saying it, like the drama in your life, the embellishments, the extra. And listen, to each their own. Some people are very they like things very simple. They don't want a bunch of drama. They like, just kind of clean lines, like those types of people. They don't like a whole lot of stuff. I want the drama. I want, I want to come in. Some nights I like to light every candle, the real ones, the little battery operated ones. I like to put my little light. I have hanging lights. I'll put those on. Sometimes I just like to be illuminated like that, and it just get in the. And even have the fake flickering lights for wall sconces. It's a vibe. I want all the drama. Exactly. Let me tell you something. Spell work or not, just sitting in that moment, you feel like, I need to call on somebody or put some energy on. Like it's a vibe. Or you can just be in it and just feel witchy and just feel, I don't know, powerful and wonderful. That's the kind of stuff that I do. But yeah, or by candlelight, eating by candlelight, alone or with someone. You are important. You're allowed to have a candlelight dinner in your home by yourself. But I like having the drama. I like having the decorations and the stuff and the things glowing and all that sort of stuff. That's me. And the older I get, I realize I like that a lot. And I'm finding more ways to bring it into my life, which leads me to my next purchase. So I saw these bottles in there before. I didn't try to open it. Hopefully, it's just empty bottles. So we got ourselves some potion bottles. Remember I told you I was looking for more things like kind of like that, but here, I love your necklace. Thank you. This was a gift from my daughter. It's my birthstone. Aquamarine. So I got this, and then, because I tend to buy things in threes. So these are the three. They have some clear ones, but I wanted colors. But are these just nice? These are, I don't know. They're simple bottles. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have fun with this. Bring in some color magic, especially with the yellow one. It's honestly, vibrance of orange still fits for the season. The orange and the blue with the water. Like, I'm loving these bottles. So this just feels like potions, even if it's just water that you put in it and it means something. It's moon water. I love those pink, blue, purple, green, and clear. Oh, you have, oh man, you gotta know. I said, I didn't go get the clear, but now that you say it, I should probably go back and get the clear. I just said, well, I wanted colors. Yeah, but now I was thinking I should get the clear. But you know what? The Dollar Tree got enough for me today. So the last thing, I'm looking around to make sure this is the last, no, there's one more thing. It's like, I keep a lot of these, but I wanted these colors. Definitely this blue. This blue is where it's at, and I love red because I am called to red color okay, so let me just tell you my rationale. When I see red, I think passion. Yes, pink romance and all that, but passion, drive, like that fiery energy, the gumption, the motivation, desire, pulling that, whether it's pulling that to you so you can get fired up to do something, a project, or whatever you want to work on, or creativity. I think red, that's what comes to me. So for that type of work, which I'll be doing, there's a lot of things there's a lot of processes and steps along this big thing that I want to manifest, because it's not just, I've had time to sit with it. It's not just about, oh, I just want to pull. There's more to it than that. So I'm going to need some more energy. I'm going to need that passion, that drive. And I want a big candle for that. By the way, when I use these candles, I take off this plastic that's on here. And I clean it off. And then I like to use, some people use Florida water. I use rose water that I have. I do. But anyway, I use rose water and I do a more spiritual cleansing with it. I get all the glue, glue bits off. And then at that point, I dress it. I like to take a long stick, or I had this old screwdriver thing for like repairing glasses, and I pour oil and put the herbs in it and all that sort of stuff. And sometimes I make a label for the candle, or I put stickers that represent, the intention behind it, or sometimes I just write with a Sharpie. But that's how I handle Dollar Tree candles. I do when I buy them. I try to look for kinds because sometimes you get, wonky ones. So I try to find one where the stem, the is like in the middle, because I notice sometimes that's not the case. I do not buy the Jesus ones that they have there. I could and just cover them up, but I don't want to. So anyway, and for blue, this is two things. When I think of blue, I think of psychic abilities, communication. So if I'm trying to work with on the spiritual realm, I like this. So I know I'm going to be doing some of that work. So this is for this purpose. I'm going to be lighting and relighting because I'm not going to be doing this all in one sitting. But this is something I'll use for that and anoint this candle for that purpose. One of the things that I am trying to get better at, I preach on this, but I've kind of fell off and I want to do better. It's like when I'm done with this live and everything else, I want to set these candles up. Sometimes it's good to come in the door, and as soon as these products come in your house, cleanse them, even if it's just energetically cleanse them. Let's say I don't take the plastic stuff off, but just energetically cleanse them for a bit. Just run them through, a smoke cleanse or something like that, just to get the nasty energy off. I'll admit I don't always do that right away. Sometimes I wait until I'm at the part where I'm ready to use it, and then I cleanse it, but I don't want to keep doing that. I just peel Jesus off. Sometimes they don't have white, so he has to take it out. Jesus gonna have to understand, because I need this candle on white. I hear you. In a pinch, yes. The other thing is, tea light candles. Believe it or not, this is the first time I'm trying Dollar Tree that I'm aware of, because it could all be the same thing. But where did I get those? I had gotten a really big pack, but I didn't get it from Dollar Tree. I think I got it from Walmart a while ago. The thing I noticed is their tea light candles. I don't know if you can make it out. Let me see. Do I have something else over here with a bigger one? Yeah. So I have this is a tea light that was just on the coffee table, but I don't know if you can tell, like, the size. The Dollar Tree ones are thinner. This is like a normal to me that I get from like IKEA or Walmart. They're bigger. These are skinnier, like flatter. That's the difference. But for my purposes, it's fine. It's fine. So I'll try these. But I prefer IKEA. IKEA is not expensive for candles. They have unscented ones, but the unscented candles stink, if that makes any sense. I don't know what the wax, whatever they're using, it smells, stinks. I had some taper ones, so just in white, so it's not like a coloring thing. And they smell. I thought I smelled it when I bought it, but they stink, the unscented ones. But I get the, I think it's a vanilla scent. I don't know. It's some kind of IKEA name, but it's like vanilla. And they look kind of like tan, whitish, kind of. But I like using those. They smell good, and they burn well, and they burn all the way down. And they're cheap. That's why I like them. But I'm going to mess with, because I ran out. So I was there, so I picked up this Dollar Tree one. So let's hope. I don't know if anybody uses the Dollar Tree, but no, I know some people who do. They said it works fine, but the ones that, like I said, I've used before, it's always been bigger than these. And I didn't realize until I got home. I was like, why are they so thin? They're so flat. But it's Dollar Tree. You get what you get, right? So that is everything. I'm looking around to make sure I didn't skip anything, because my daughter, she went with me. They're fine, thank you. My daughter went with me, and she went. Let me tell you, we were way excited at this Dollar Tree than we normally are. I mean, I go there often, but pretty often. I would say I go to the Dollar Tree at minimum once a month, sometimes twice a month. But it's so close to me. Now, this Dollar Tree has come up, and now I can't wait to go to the. I might make another trip and go to the fancy one, the one where they have the groceries too. That's why I call the fancy ones. The fancy Dollar Tree, because if this one is on a come up, what the fancy one got going on? What is it like there? That's what now that's what I'm thinking now. Like maybe I'll find even more stuff there. I am someone who will go to different Dollar Trees to see if they got something different. I know I'm not alone in this. I talk to other people, they do similar things. I know I know my sister does that. She'll go to certain ones. She'll be like, well, this, let me see what this one got. See if they got something different. But that is everything, and I'll just do a quick recap of everything. Isn't this cute? Paradise tea for sunshine. I like what it says. I love the colors. I love taking Dollar Tree items and making magic crafts. Exactly. The intention behind this though is definitely, I'm gonna spray probably, I guess I should probably spray it back too. I don't know, but I'm definitely gonna spray the front with that sealant and put these out. I cannot wait to do that. And put these out there, and then I'll order my blow up pool. It's not a small kiddie pool, but like they call them adult blow up pools. It's a thing. Check Amazon. I saw somebody do it. I'm gonna do it. Listen, if I don't like it, I can always deflate it and put it up island time. I like the little one, isn't that cute? So I like these signs. I like the colors. And I was careful to see what they said too to make sure it aligned. Everything is fine when there is sunshine. And finally, summer is a state of mind. So these, again, this is for this season. Like, the intention is not for them to always be out there, because I would want to maybe change things up. You can write sigils on the back of your signs. You are right. Oh my God, yes. Sigils, little words, maybe a charm, because there's enough space. There's enough space where I can write out an entire charm here or something like that. And here's the thing. So what's the benefit of doing stuff like that? Besides the power behind it, every time you look at this, you know that. And it makes you think about it. It makes you realign to that. Those are ways to definitely stay in tune with what you say you want. What you say you're trying to bring into your life, or maybe even release out of your life. Is being able to do that. Sometimes you need those reminders. That's what I love about practicing magic the way I do as a cottage witch, because I get to do, my home constantly reflects. The things that I put in my home almost always have an intention behind it, even if it's just a visual thing, but that visual thing evokes some sort of emotion. It makes me feel relaxed, it makes me feel happy, energized, something. I'm feeling something. If I have things in my home and I don't get that, then I notice after a while it's time to put it away. I don't want it anymore. Prime example, one of the things I'm going to do, I had gotten these pillows, and I had gotten pillow covers over them during the fall. So obviously it's not fall anymore, so I took them off. So it's just simple gray, but I'm realizing this is boring and I hate this now. So these pillows, and also, I got these at Hobby Lobby last year. It hadn't even been a full year. Look, they already, like, what happened? So, it doesn't spark joy. Yes, intentional living, yes. It doesn't spark joy, so these are gonna go. And I still even got that little tag on it. Yeah, it was the spring collection, but I didn't get these in the spring of last year. I got it after the fact. They were, believe it or not, do you know these people regular price on $30 for these pillows? That's what it said. How did I spend $30 on these pillows? Why would you look at how floppy it is? Hobby Lobby, first of all, Hobby Lobby quality has gone down. I mean, I don't agree with their mission, their politics. That's enough probably for me not to be shopping there, if I'm being honest. But sometimes I still go into the Hobby Lobby, I'm not gonna lie. But I feel like they're going up in price and the quality is not great for all of the things that you get out of there. I mean, quite frankly, Hobby Lobby might be selling something like this at this point, and they're gonna charge you $12 for this. They're gonna charge you $12, $15 for the signs. If they're a little bit bigger, it might be 20. But yeah, so I got that. Recapping the water fountain with the little stones it comes with now it's like a wishing well, which I love. So I'm gonna get this plugged up and make sure I get this set up correctly, read my directions. But here's what it looks like on a picture. See, I think that's really cute. So that's that. Then we got the diffuser, well, the cheapy one. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna go back and get the $5 one. But yeah, so it's battery operated. Aroma diffuser, excuse me, yeah. So I got this. Keeping with the intention here, everything has an intention to it, including this pen, which I actually really like this pen a lot. And I tested writing it out. I like the way it writes, so, and I like that it's, pops out. The Yardley soap, English lavender, which smell, it takes me right back. Oh my God, life was so simple. Life was so simple. Oh my God, life was so simple. I remember, like, I can go back, like, summertime, I was so excited. It meant, like, late nights. And it wasn't even just, like, for me, growing up as a kid, it wasn't just my neighborhood, because I grew up with, going over to my grandma's house, who lived about maybe 12 minutes away from us, 15 minutes tops, from us, but it was a different neighborhood. And she lived on a block. And they used to, when I was a kid, they had block parties just for our block. And people would, like, basically it was a reason to be up late and eat breakfast. Like, I loved it. That was a good time for me as a kid. Still is to this day, low key. Getting harder to stay up late, but the eating breakfast, yeah, I can get with that. But yeah, and hanging out and playing with my friends and running up and down the street. And it was safe. I didn't, even though it was dark outside, it was safe because everybody was outside. This smell of this takes me back to that, all of that. I remember we used to play kickball as kids in the little alleyways back in my neighborhood in the project area, and in the projects. It was like driveways and stuff like that. Honestly, these houses look like townhouses. Now that I think about it, they were real tight. We used to play kickball, and I was outside all day. I think I would come in the house to eat something, and then shove it in my mouth real fast, and then leave. Like, I was out. I was always outside. And this makes me think of those summer days, because my mom was like, no, you need to get your tail in that bath. And this good smell, it made me look forward to the bath. I don't know, there's very happy emotions to that. I couldn't believe when I saw that. Anyway. The other thing I got was the mini glass containers for spell jars, mini spell jars, which can be effective. It depends on your intention and how you set it up. And then for some reflective magic, for candle work, did this. Now here's another thing I was thinking about as well. So you can put a tea light or votive candle in here, right? And then put something else on top that's, that can get heated. And you can have oils and herbs or something like that and heat that up. That's another thing as well. You should work with your inner child to help manifest your vision. She knows exactly what you're feeling. Yes, she does. Because inner child, man, I can tell you stories. Somebody said, were you always, who was, I recently, I think it was my daughter, we were talking. She was like, no, you were always like this. Even as a little kid, I was like, yeah. There was no internet when I was a little kid, so I was like maybe 9, 10, and I remember just getting frustrated because I didn't enjoy living in the projects at 10. So I was like, Mom, so I would get the newspaper and I would circle houses for sale, and I used to ask, this is a real conversation, and I've had this more than once with my mother. I was like, well, how much money do you make? How much money do you have to make to buy? Like, I needed, because I was trying to find a budget. I didn't have all the words. I was trying to figure out what she made, and I remember my mom was like, what do you think I make? I said, and I'm like, I don't know, would you just tell me? And I remember, like, one of the times I asked her, she was not forthcoming. Mom was Capricorn, she was never going to tell me about her money. But one time she threw a figure out. I'll never forget this, and I was like, that's a lot. She was like, you think that's a lot? It's not. I was like, it seemed like a lot of money to me. And I thought it was a lot. I never had access to the money that she mentioned, but anyway, I used to circle on Sundays. I would circle the listings of homes, and I said, we should go check these out. Can we drive by these and go look at it? My mom got a kick, like, swear, she would get a kick out of me because I'm just like, I'm very action oriented. I'm an Aries. If you tell me there's a problem or if I identify a problem, I'm ready to get to a resolution. A resolution, heifer, let's get up out this ghetto. Let's move. You know, they out here, it's getting wild out here. You're not on welfare, you got a state job. These people don't respond well to people who are not on welfare, and there's some conflict with that. You know, poverty is a hell of a thing. Um, people don't like when you rise up and you still amongst them. If we're all in poverty, it's not a race thing, it's not an ethnicity thing, that's a people thing. So I wanted to get up out of the ghetto, but it took her a minute. She did get us out. But it took a little longer than when I was 10. Um, why was I talking about this? But I was like, yes, my inner child was already thinking about, hey, let's go ahead and, let's find a place. And I remember I had this dream. All right, I'm telling you, I'm getting back to myself. I had this dream, which actually ties in. Thank you for saying that, because I just unlocked a memory. I had this dream, and I remember I was talking about this dream indefinitely. To this day, my grandmother, who has dementia, if I call this woman right now, and I'm like, Grandma, remember I had that dream about the yellow house? She'd be like, I remember. I know because we recently talked about it. She's like, I remember you talked about the yellow house because you said it was the summertime and you went and you were getting a hose and you were playing with the water or something. I was like, yeah, she remembers this dream from when I was a little kid. I had this dream. I was a little kid in a dream, and it was a yellow house, yellow siding. And that's all I remember, the yellow house, the yellow house. And I didn't see the whole house, just parts of it. I still can see a little bit of it in my mind. And, I just wanted to live, like, the epitome of, like, safety, security, and just living well, for me as a kid, would be to live in the suburbs. Because I lived in the suburbs, and I saw, my mom had friends. I mean, we didn't only stay, like, we went places, so we would go to her friend's house, and they did live in the suburbs. And I'm like, y'all don't even have corner stores. Y'all got 7-Eleven. Y'all just live it. Like, life is different. I was like, everything's so neat. The sidewalks is clean. The grass is cut, manicured. I learned the word manicure, grass at that point. Like, I was learning. I'm like, wow, this is nice. My Tiffany Haddish books. I wanted a piece of that action. And I kept trying to get this woman to get us into this. You said that was Oshun, the yellow house. Oh my God, I had not thought about that. You know what? That stayed with me all these years. Let me tell you something. I don't live in a yellow house, but I live in a place where I see a yellow house. And it has the hose hookup right there. And to me, that when I came here, I manifested this place. So imagine me seeing that yellow house, because there is actually a house here with yellow siding in my neighborhood. There's more than one, actually. I don't get all that, but anyway, it is. So they had the hose hookup is in the front of the house, like what I stayed at the corner of the house, like in the front to the very end of it. Just like what I saw in my dream as a kid, except there's no grass. There was grass. But yeah, I did see that. I was like, wow. Now, years ago, we lived in a family. It was stucco. It was a yellowish color, kind of like a deeper tan. It was in Florida. It's the stucco finish. It kind of had like a yellowish tone, and that used to kind of make me think, hey, maybe I manifested that, and my kids got to live that life. And it was grass. We were living out that life. We had a dog. We had the nice house. It overlooked the water. It was so cool. I was so happy that my kids got to have that experience as well. Living a place like that, because I didn't, that's what the little girl in me wanted. That's real bad. But the grown up, the little girl got it. Here we are. I never forgot. She's still in me, so I give her that. Oshun is why you're connected to water too. She's always been with you. That's really good. Oh, thank you. And I do believe that. Yes, 100%. I do believe she is with me. I talked about this before. I had gotten a reading done. First of all, this feeling a little Oshunish as well, the goldish color and beautiful things. But I gotten that reading done. What was that? 2021, I believe. Yeah, that was in 2021. And here in Phoenix. Uh, I gotta check that place out. Maybe I'll go there this weekend and see how it's going. I gotta remember the name of the place. But anyway, I got this reading done, and black owned, and she's initiated the woman that runs the place. It's supposed, like, she has it set up. It's a metaphysical store, so you're gonna find your oils, candles, all this sort of stuff. It's a smaller storefront. But then when you go into further into the building, and in her upstairs area, it's she has this room set up for like doing services for work and stuff like that. And we sat on the floor. It was pretty cool. But there's also areas for like healing work as well. I think it's like Reiki, massage, you know, working reproductive healing and all that sort of stuff. It's very women centered. Love that for her, and I need to check back in with her shop now that I'm thinking about it. But when I went there, one of the things she said, I did not give this woman any information. This woman don't know me. I didn't give information like the name. I used my name, but I used my whole name, if that makes any sense. Because, you know, anyway. Could she have Googled me? Sure. But nothing in my, I don't talk about Oshun on this channel that much. Just for somebody to think, oh, maybe she looked it up. I don't talk about Oshun like that. But I actually have an Oshun altar. I've had one for years when I lived in Florida, and I wore her hair. But that woman said to me immediately, Oshun is with you. She walks with you. I know you're not an issue. But she's there. She's with you. The chills and all that I got immediately because she came to me. She did come to me. I've had these interactions with her. I've invoked her. I've been working with her for years. I didn't make that note. She knew that immediately. But yes, I do believe that about Oshun. I know that she's with me. And here's the thing about working with her, especially if you are somebody who likes the idea of working with Orishas and stuff like that, but you don't want to become an initiate. You don't want to, go into Ifa completely. Now, there's going to be some of those folks that are fully in, and I respect, who are going to tell you, well, that's not possible because it doesn't work that way. In my humble opinion, my ancestors, our ancestors, my people, I think these deities know our struggles. We've been cut off. And now you're trying to tell me I gotta pay money and because there's money involved. Don't forget that there's a money component. I gotta pay this money to, which, okay, fine, I'll pay. But why shouldn't this be my birthright? Shouldn't I just have access to this information? And also, why is it possible that these deities can't come to me? These Orishas are not reaching out to me. Why is that so crazy? They know my story. They know that I'm cut off. I'm on the internet searching for information. There are Orisha too, same blood. Exactly. Like, why like this? I don't like this gatekeeping thing that's going on within amongst other black people. What are y'all doing? What are you doing? Why is it so hard for you to believe that these are Orishas? Because everybody's not lying. Everybody's not exaggerating or pretending. Sometimes they are coming to us. They know we don't have the proper protocol or the path to the whatever the protocol was once. And also, here's another crazy thought. Do you trying to tell me all the ancients did all this? They had to be initiated a certain way? Or was it their birthright? Was it an assumption? This is what you do. As you were a child, you were brought up into things. That was your initiation, growing up into it. Why is that so hard to believe? I think a lot of us, especially in this country, have taken this, the white supremacy ideals that involve capitalism and a certain level of hierarchy that's related to capitalism, and we've adopted that. I mean, we can't help it, but it's part of our culture too, Black Americans, and we've adopted it. And look at where we are now. We're applying it amongst each other with this stuff. Like, no, just get the information out. If you want to charge somebody for information, don't get me wrong, that's your time. That's an energy exchange. There's nothing wrong with that. But have y'all, if you know, you know, when you look into being initiated, there's some money involved. And it ain't one time thing. It's a money exchange. It's feeling too much like the church, and I don't like that. That upsets me. Anyway, but these are gonna be great. And then I want to recap on my solar lights that I'm gonna have outside, which again adds to what I'm gonna be bringing into my life right now. It's the idea of the energy of the sun lighting a path for me. Kind of some of the signs I saw where it says talk about sunshine and things like that. I identify with that: sun magic, solar magic, fire magic. Incense here. Yes, I'm not paying nobody for permission to pray. Exactly. What I look like. Incense holder, which I think is just so cute. So I can't wait to use that. And then my potion bottles. Now, what potions? I don't know yet. So I'll buy things I don't always know the reason. Don't worry about that. That's what I say to myself. Don't worry about that. Just buy it. Anyway, so I got the potion bottles. We don't have to get into that. This is the conversation I have in my head at the store. Like, you don't need to worry about that. I'm standing there by myself, just looking. You see me just looking, but it's this dialogue like, what don't worry, girl, just buy it. You know, something telling you to buy what you arguing for. This is what's happening in my inner dialogue. So I bought it. And then I needed these. I didn't have the colors. This blue is perfect for what I want to do. Perfect. And this red, perfect. Also, sometimes, I don't know if you noticed with the Dollar Tree, sometimes the candle color's not really pop, like it's a little off, it's a little faded. These are very vibrant. So that's why I wanted to get these. And then finally, my taper holders, they're the El Cheapo, but that's okay. I do believe I want to go back and get some more of these. Because sometimes they get a little gunky and you can just replace it, but I'm okay with the candle wax. You get the big stuff off, but I'm okay if it stains it up. That's fine with me. I like that look. But anyway, yeah, definitely some of these. And this is just again for the drama in the home. I already have I got a lot of stuff. I'm just looking around. I got a lot of places to put candles, but I wanted some more for the taper candles. Just add a little bit more, something to it. But yeah, and then finally, the tea lights. So that's the Dollar Tree haul. Hopefully, if you didn't learn anything from this, you can go to a store as a witch, a modern witch, and depending on what you're trying to do, depending on your method of practice, because you might not have anything in mind, specifically in mind, but you want some witchy supplies, or you just want to shop. You go into the store. Oh, and a pen. You go into the store, and you get creative. You let your freedom kind of run loose a little bit. You get free with it. You allow yourself to kind of think of like, I can see how I could take this, something like this. It's not so much about what's magic about this. It's more like, well, what do you get? Start with your emotions. How do you feel about this? Does this do anything for you? And if it does, let's explore that, because that's what you need to work with your magic. Just using this candle holder is part of the magic. So yes, all the stuff you can do with that, but the energy that this kind of emits to you is what matters, and it adds to your magic. It adds to your intention. So yeah. So hopefully y'all enjoyed all of this. I enjoy shopping. This is fun. First of all, I like shopping, but being in a well-organized store is giving a Target experience. Being a well-organized store, the lighting was better. They were fixing a light too. I was like, y'all on the come up. The lighting got better. Everything was organized. It wasn't that many. I went early. It wasn't that many people in the store. No crying kids and nanas getting too close to me. Or weird grandpas doing the same thing. You know how people just become. It's like, now I done moved out your way in the other aisle. It's like, now come on. Give me more personal space. Maybe it's not that happens to me here. But anyway, yeah, it was a successful trip. Thank y'all for watching. Thanks for commenting. And hopefully this kind of gave you some ideas on kind of, how to do this witchcraft thing in the modern times, going into a Dollar Tree. And, how do you turn your house into a magical house? Intention, what's your intention behind it? It doesn't have to look overtly witchy, but to you it is witchy. There's witchcraft involved with everything that you purchase in your home after a while, if you're coming with intention. And if people are buying you gifts, uh, my son bought me this. He knows his mother. He knows I'm a witch. He knew. I made it known. So he knew elephants meant like good luck and all that sort of stuff. So he had gotten me this. Um, what was, I don't know, maybe Christmas or something. And it just holds your tea light candles. You can say I burn, but look, yeah, it holds tea lights. But I love this. I love that he got me this. He knows his mom, but intention, meaning behind it, that sort of stuff. Um, I'm very into that Marie Kondo. If it sparks joy, it, I mean, think of that from a witchy point of view. Ooh, that's a fun idea. Like if it doesn't spark joy, if it doesn't bring you, I mean, sometimes a thing is a thing, but other times it's not a thing. It's more than that. And the things that are surround you should mean something to you, especially if you're the one paying the bills to live there. And I'll end with that. Thank you all for watching again. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my afternoon. I might go on another Dollar Tree trip. Go to my fancy one. Have to elbow some Mormons out the way to get in there, but you know, they get out my way anyway. They don't like black people. Thank you. Yes, it was my pleasure, Road Vegan. All right, I'm gonna go. See y'all later. Bye.